Hi, this is Amy. I'm back again for part number 2 of painting on a Margarita glass. And tonight I'm going to be using Wicker White and Magenta for the next layer of my reverse painting. And if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I always like to kind of repeat myself. My favorite glass paint is Folk Art Enamels. There are a lot of different products out there on the market. That just happens to be my favorite with all the painting that I've done. I just feel like for you, if you're getting into glass painting, you really need to take the time to experiment and see what actually works best for you and your painting technique. And you might find that you might have to use a couple different types of products. For me, with my painting techniques that I use, this happens to work the best for me. So just remember, as I try to mention whenever possible, when you're baking glass, make sure you put it in a cold oven, preheat the oven after the glass has been put in, and then add the preheat time to the bake time, whatever the manufacturer is recommending on the bottle of paint. Definitely follow the manufacturer's guidelines for the best results. Make sure too that you clean your glass before you start to paint on it. That's very important. And also when the glass is done baking, make sure that you allow the oven to cool before removing the glassware. Now again, I'm starting off, I'm just going to do this technique just around the base of what will be the flower. And again, when you're doing reverse painting, you need to think of it as what typically do I see from the inside out. Basically, you're going to have to reverse and do the opposite of what you would typically do if you were going to be painting this on the outside of the glass, as far as it just, the flowers itself, and not make the glass look like a flower. Or if you're painting on plates or other glassware, you're going to have to do reverse painting, and that's just basically so that the paint doesn't come in contact with the food. Now, I've done a lot of research when it comes to being food safe, not food safe, and the best I can come up with is that the concern with paint, because this is non-toxic paint, is that if there's any kind of cracking or chipping that occurs just with the use of it, washing it, that type of thing, you're at risk of bacteria getting down in the crack. And that's the problem of somebody eating off of a painted glass, plate, glass, etc. Now this is, like I said, this is the next step in my design of a hibiscus. Your design might be a little different, but this is how I've painted mine, and I really have always liked them. So again, I'm using Wicker White, Magenta for this set of petals that will actually be the inside of the hibiscus. And then this is what you're going to see when you're looking down in the glass when you're drinking out of it. And see how pretty that is? I know a lot of people do these now, but I've been painting glassware for quite many years, and probably were one of the originals to paint this type of glass. I did a lot of these. Very popular. I mean, as far as even on wine glasses, not just Margarita glasses. And I'm also using, just to mention, a flat brush. And it's not a glass painting brush. I actually need to get new glass painting brushes. So I grabbed just a regular one-stroke brush that will give me the best, it's the best bristles that I have right now as far as my brushes go. Anyway, so here we are. This is step number 2 for today. And again, as I mentioned yesterday, because of having to allow the paint to dry before you put on another layer, I just decided to break the videos up instead of just making a long video, which I could have done that too and taken a few days to do it. But I wanted to be able to post something every day and let you know where my status is with the glass. And here we are. So that's for today. I appreciate you stopping by. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you. Have a good evening.